back again at the time of the transition from winter to spring. It's the beginning of the sowing season after a long cold winter. All farmers hope for a bountiful harvest, so this is the time to pay respect to gods and ancestors, to ask for fertility and prosperity. Food offerings are served by skilled cooks who pay very close attention to their food preparation. Chinese-style fried noodles with sauce and vegetables signifies longevity, just like long noodles. Many legs of shrimp symbolize many customers. Crabs mean power and subordinates. On the offering tables, there is also pork, as well as mushrooms, duck, geese, and most importantly, boiled whole chickens. Just why is boiled chicken so important? And why do they serve boiled whole chicken at almost all Chinese festivals? It must be so delicious that we offer it to the gods and want to eat it later. On this trip, we'll find the answer on Hainan Island in China. Why Hainan chicken? With the Chinese government's development plan over the past decade, Hainan has changed very much. Even though new businesses have opened, Hainan people haven't turned immediately to new shops. They are still accustomed to the agricultural way of life, which has long been rooted on Hainan Island. They grow vegetables on their fertile soil, plant coconut trees, and raise poultry. Despite there being few jobs on Hainan Island, the most flourishing one is selling chicken. People of the new generation also don't intend to desert this agricultural job because they can make so much income from selling chicken.
对，这是它就是文商街，就是我们海南文商的美食传统嘛，从以前传下来的不变的。我们这边呢。 大年初一啊，不管平时亲戚啊、朋友过来做后啊，都是文商鸡。第一盘菜就是文商鸡啦，文商鸡是这样的，这样。所以说我们就选择这个行业，文商鸡就是我们当地的美食文化啦。
For Chinese people, each kind of food contains hidden meanings. Some foods can be specific for certain people and occasions, but chicken is very different. At weddings or any ceremonies, we will always see boiled chicken served on the tables, especially in Wernshang on Hainan Island in China, where chicken is well known as a very tasty delicacy. The chicken recipes are famous in all of the restaurants here. Chicken is everywhere because it's one of the representations of the dragon in Chinese culture by symbolizing all moralities. During the Lunar New Year, chicken is popular because the whole chicken indicates that the entire family is all together.
100年历史了，100年历史， 在海南是无鸡不雄宴，这个传说是有的。无鸡不雄宴，就每个客人过来都要有鸡，这个是最大的礼仪，必须要有鸡，对，是无鸡不宴嘛。
无鸡
不宴，就没有鸡就没有这个宴席，
无鸡无宴。
Fu Shifa and Fu Yo are siblings in their early 30s who were born and grew up in Zhounan village of Longlo district on Hainan Island. They've been living here their entire lives and have never thought of moving anywhere else because they have been determined from the start to open a restaurant that specializes in chicken dishes. And now their restaurant has been open for 10 years already. The younger brother, Fu Shifa, is a cook. The poultry he cooks is all from his sister, Fu Yo's household farm. After ordering chicken, we must try coconut from the stall nearby as a side dish. The sweet and fragrant coconut is aromatic and delicious. The chicken meat is thick and soft. The skin has a perfect texture and provides a crunching sound. The water content in the meat gives a pleasant, sweet taste. We can't help but wonder what exactly makes Hainan chicken so different that it has become the most famous chicken in all of China.
它的区别就在于我们全国来说，目前只有文山鸡是笼养，脚离地，它这样的鸡香味就出来，就没有虎腥味，这是文山鸡的文化。你出过文山，到别的地方就没有笼养了，一直是散养。但是文山鸡它的文化是散养一段时间，然后再笼养。
Fu Shifa tells us that the ready-to-serve chickens have been raised for 7 months. He also raises only hens because the male chickens provide tougher meat, so they're not suitable for the restaurant's recipes. In the first 4 months, they let the hens stay out in nature, let them walk around, eat when they want, and find food in the soil and the growing grass. Because it's an island area, the soil has the salty taste of seawater and high elements. The hens' favorite foods are worms, insects, and vegetable scraps. 3 months later, all the hens will be raised in coops as if they are living in a boarding school. They will get fed only once a day and won't have a chance to walk around anymore. The reason for raising them in coops is to provide them with sufficient nutrients so that their meat will have the sweet and delicious flavor of Hainanese style. It also prevents the hens from spending too much energy so that their meat will be high in fat. The softness of Hainan chicken is produced due to this very strict farming process.
Mm,
这样它的鸡香味就出来，鸡香味很容易出来。
那个花松饼还有椰子饼，我们是刚刚搅胖里面搅了，你看不见。椰子饼我们一拖一拉上来，就里面胖里面搅。
煮多少时间？
多少时间？
这个煮应该要2个小时吧。
2ชั่วโมง。
2个小时。
然后啊？煮后了。
煮后现在煮，明天喂。
哦。
当年煮当太旱了。
现在煮，明天就喂。我们今天喂的就是昨天煮的。
直接球上一下就，等一下，一下。
The food Fu Yo prepares for the hens consists of unmilled rice, corn, peanut shells, dried coconut flakes, and rice bran. She blends the food every morning to make nutritious grains that will help the hens produce soft and sweet-flavored chicken meat. She uses firewood in the blending process so that the soft smell of smoke is thoroughly integrated into the chicken food.
我就跟我老爸两个人，两个人，哎，
在这里，
对，对，我爸是帮我
这个。
Besides being used as chicken food over the last 3 months, coconut also provides other benefits in raising chickens. Hainan Island has very unreliable weather. A typhoon may come one day and kill all the hens that live outdoors. So they grow tall coconut trees as shelters for their chickens. Even though they raise the hens with much love, when the time comes, they bring the chicken to a chopping board themselves in order to prepare the dishes.
我们主要是供店面，专供店面，不外卖。
哦，不外卖。
外卖的话就养质量就不出来那么多了。农力有限。平时不是节假日是50只左右，节假日是100只。
这文昌鸡的价钱以前比现在贵得多吗？贵呀。
现在的物价跟以前还是有点差距。现在还是稍微要比以前要贵一点。
贵一点。
对。但是我们农养的鸡的剂量，但这10几年来没有变过。你这个鸡的剂量，像我们过年期的鸡啊，一个阉鸡啊，一般都是卖200多、300重赏的，10几年来都是这个价。但是对饭店来说的话，价格稍微会有点波动。在我们店自养都是要136，因为我们没
去年啊，
都一样不贵，这5年都没贵。对，一直这5年这个价格。
Over the last 5 years, Fu Shifa hasn't changed his chicken prices at all. He still sells a whole boiled chicken for 130 won. This is in direct contrast with Hainan's cost of living, which has been continuously increasing. Hainan poultry farms don't always hold 7 months as a fixed period for raising chickens. It can actually be rather flexible. For example, one of Wern Chang's poultry farms uses the 6-month formula, which entails raising the chickens outdoors for 4 months and indoors for 2 months. During the last month, they provide special food to make the chicken meat very soft and smooth, as well as very rich in flavor.
文昌鸡它是优质鸡一种，也是我们那个10大名鸡之一。文昌鸡一个特点一个是它是我们地方品种，我们龙泉文昌鸡的话，一个是就是纯种，就怎么说呢？这个东西这后期会减嘛。对，然后它一个是饲养方式的不一样，一个是我们文昌鸡通过一个散养加笼养的一个饲养方式， 然后我们还有一个是饲料营养的不一样。我们晚餐后期主要是采食这个五杂粮为主所以它这个肉质比较嫩香滑，然后风味比较浓厚。
After the chicks are born, the males are separated from the females. The farm gives the chicks to local villagers to raise during the first 4 months. During this time, the villagers raise them freely and let them eat insects in the forest and seeds in the grass. Exercise also helps them to develop thick muscles.
以前传统农场鸡更多是它养在这个榕树底下，吃这个榕树籽长大的。那现在榕树籽它并不多，它可能是更多的给它提供更多的一个场地可能绿化面积有长的草比较多的，可能吃一些树籽、草籽，然后可能会添加一些配合饲料然后养到120天，然后我们120天后我们就回收笼养。其实这个就跟那个传统的农家养文昌鸡一样的，就是后面会笼养个60天，或者是更长时间。然后这60天它吃的东西就跟我们农民自己家吃的东西一样的，就是一些剩菜剩饭农民家吃的是剩菜剩饭嘛，可能一些大米然后一些稻谷那我们也是通过添加这个大米，然后稻谷，然后米糠、豆饼地瓜等等这些产品我们通过跟这个饲料厂合作，把它制成这个熟化的一个颗粒饲料来饲喂这个文昌鸡。
In the last 2 months, villagers sell the chickens back to the farm. The farm then takes responsibility for raising them with special food pellets. The pellets contain rice, patties, rice bran cakes, and sweet potatoes. The poultry farm will always control the meat quality and the good health of the chickens. During the last 2 months, the chickens will stay only in the coops and not go anywhere else. This allows them to grow a thin layer of fat under their skin. This follows the farm's need that the meat should be lean, with a small amount of fat, in order to provide a soft and smooth taste. Although this is a large-scale poultry farm with thousands of chickens being raised, they provide open spaces for the chickens to live comfortably. Even when the chickens are raised in the coops, they still provide many large trees all around to imitate the forest environment and allow the chickens to breathe fresh air.
我们开始建这个基地的时候我们这基地原来是一个就是那个橡胶林地的，就是这种路面都没硬化的。我们当时也考虑是做这种开放式的自然生态的环境去养鸡呢，还是说做封闭式的集约化的那种规模场那种去养鸡。后面我们选择了这种，就想我们一个目的就想把鸡养到更自然的、更生态的环境里面，就是空气流通各方面都比较原始的这种森林里面，所以我们就做了这种开放式鸡舍。但是通过这种环境各方面的一个打造所以这个鸡它生长的环境更适宜，然后更自然点，整体的包括品种然后饲料营养整体的几大块就会导致使这个鸡会更好吃。
If you ask what kind of chicken Hainan people prefer, the answer actually depends on their age. Older people prefer chicken meat with a tougher texture. The longer they chew, the sweeter and more delicious the meat is. This type of chicken must be male chickens or capons raised for a long time, even more than 6 months. But younger people don't really like this type of chicken. They prefer chicken with a fragrant and soft flavor. This type of chicken must be raised within a shorter period. But if you ask what kind of Hainan chicken Thai people prefer, And what is the secret that makes Hainan chicken well known in Thailand? We'll have to find the answer back here.
ก็จริงๆคุณลูกค้าก็ทั้งสองแบบนะคะแต่ว่าเดี๋ยวเล่าให้ฟังก่อนว่าถ้าไก่สาวชั้นเนื้อตรงเนื้อที่เป็นเนื้อขาวจะนุ่มกว่าไก่ตอนไก่ตัวผู้แต่ว่าชั้นที่เป็นไขมันคือถ้าคนแบบไม่กลัวไขมันก็จะแบบฟินกับชั้นหนังที่แบบมันจูซี่ของไก่สาวค่ะก็คือแล้วแต่เลยว่าบางคนชอบมันไม่มันอะไรแบบนี้ค่ะ
Goy, or Tianan Tantiwait, the owner of a Hainanese chicken rice restaurant, claims that her recipe is authentic Hainan. Goy's parents were from Wurngshan in Hainan. They got her to experience the flavor of authentic Hainan chicken. Also, her mother often raised chickens on the rooftop. During the Lunar New Year, they would always be busy with boiling chickens. This grew a bond between her and the chickens. Goy opened her Hainanese chicken rice restaurant 4 years ago. Goy says that she has been lucky enough to find the closest breed of chicken to the Wurnshan breed in Hainan. Her farm also raises chickens with grains, rice bran, and corn, just like the Hainanese method.
ถ้าการต้มไก่คนไทยเราใช้คำว่าตาโกยก็คือการเอาไก่มาแบบพลิกซ้ายพลิกขวาเหมือนจริงๆเหมือนผัดไม่ใช่ผัดสิตาถ้าไปที่เหมือนยุคสมัยก่อนนะที่ไหหลำเลยเขาจะต้มในแบบกระทะใหญ่ๆเลยค่ะแล้วเขาก็ตับไก่อย่างเงี้ยพลิกซ้ายพลิกขวาอย่างเงี้ยแล้วก็คือดูอุณหภูมิคุมอุณหภูมิค่ะก็พี่ก็ใช้วิธีการแบบนั้นแหละคือคุมอุณหภูมิอันนี้สำคัญที่สุดแล้วก็พอเวลาเอาไก่ขึ้นมาเนี่ยไม่ใช่ว่าอยู่ดีปุ๊บสับขายได้เลยต้องให้เวลาในการเซตตัวเขาด้วยเพื่อที่แบบหนังและเนื้อเนี่ยมันจะได้แบบเข้าที่อะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะก็จะมีความแบบกรอบเด้งของหนังแล้วก็เนื้อก็จะแบบว่าให้น้ำมันแบบได้แบบออกไปบ้างน้ำที่มันเวลาเราต้มเนี่ยจะมีน้ำอยู่ในไก่ไงพอน้ำมันออกไปไก่ก็จะแห้งไปนิดนึงแต่ไม่ได้แห้งแบบจนแข็งเพราะว่าเราไม่ได้ปล่อยต้มนานขนาดนั้นเราจะมีวิธีการคุมอุณหภูมิอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
แล้วไอ้ที่เวลาตักแล้วมันแบบมีความจีซี่นิดนึงมีน้ำค่ะมันเป็นเพราะอะไรคะ
เพราะพันธุ์ไก่ค่ะเพราะพันธุ์ไก่แล้วก็วิธีการต้มอย่างที่บอกค่ะแล้วก็การปล่อยให้เขาเซ็ตตัวแต่ว่ามันไม่ใช่ว่าไก่ทุกประเภทมันจะสามารถแบบทำวิธีการเนี้ยแล้วได้แบบนี้ไม่ได้เหมือนกันก็อยู่ที่พันธุ์ด้วยว่าชั้นหนังของเขามันหนาพอหรือเปล่าอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะ
If you want to eat Hainan chicken, you have to be patient. Let it rest for up to 3 hours. The chicken's color will gradually become yellow. The longer you rest it, the tougher and more delicious it tastes. The waiting time gives us a great feeling of anticipation, and the flavor we will experience later on proves that this entire process truly deserves our patience.
สมัยก่อนเลยนะแบบสมัยตอนที่เด็กๆไปเที่ยวเมืองจีนเที่ยวไหหลำเนี่ยเวลาแบบไปไหว้บรรพบุรุษค่ะคุณพ่อคุณแม่พาไปเนี่ยญาติเนี่ยจะต้มไก่ไว้ตั้งแต่ตี 5ต้มเสร็จแล้วก็แบกแล้วก็ใส่ในแบบที่เขาหาบสองข้างเนี่ยเตรียมไก่เตรียมหมูอะไรไปเนี่ยไว้อย่างนั้นนะคะแล้วก็จนเดินเป็นชั่วโมงเพื่อไปถึงอีกหมู่บ้านหนึ่งที่มีแบบสุสานของแบบบรรพบุรุษอากงอเนอะไรเงี้ยเนเต่าอะไรเงี้ยอยู่แล้วก็ไหว้เสร็จแล้วก็กลับมาถึงบ้านก็ 4-5 ชั่วโมงก็มาสับกินก็ยังอร่อยฟินได้อยู่
Even though the Wurnshan chicken provides a firm texture and crunchy skin, there are still no Thai people raising the Wurnshan breed for Hainanese chicken recipes. The Wurmshang chicken or similar original breeds must be raised for a long time, at least 3 to 4 months. Unfortunately, no one wants to pay a high price for the chicken feed and take care of the chickens for such a long period. However, Goy insists that she wants to make her restaurant's chicken taste as close as possible to Hainan chicken.
ก็มันเป็นความทรงจำที่ดีๆอะค่ะคือพอคุณพ่อเสียไปแล้วคุณแม่ก็ตอนนี้อัลไซเมอร์แล้วเนาะ90 กว่าประเพณีแบบเนี้ยเราก็มันหายไปอะช่วงที่แบบว่าเราได้เลี้ยงไก่เองเราได้แบบทำไก่ไหว้เจ้าเนี่ยกลายเป็นว่าเราซื้อมาหรืออะไรอย่างเงี้ยมันก็เลยทำให้เรากลับมานั่งนึกว่าเราคิดถึงบรรยากาศแบบนั้นแล้วเราก็คิดว่ามันก็มีคนที่แบบอยู่ในเจเนอเรชันเราอะคิดถึงบรรยากาศแบบนี้ด้วยเหมือนกันพี่ก็เลยกลับมาทำร้านข้าวมันไก่
Abundance and fertility beneath the ground season chickens on Hainan Island with a special taste and an outstanding texture. It creates jobs for people on Hainan Island, and the chickens stay in good health because of the nutritious elements in the soil. No matter how Hainan will change in the future, it will not affect the traditional way of life of the people of Hainan. As long as they still make use of the treasure beneath their ground, they will continue to nourish the lives of people above the soil and preserve their traditional customs. The chicken will always be crucial to Hainanese culture, whether in mainland China or in overseas Chinese communities.